Esports is professional gaming, and gaming is one of the biggest trends in the world. 2 billion people on the planet play video games, and these are the best players in the world. And esports as an ecosystem is already big, and it's growing faster than any other sports platform.
But this is people who will watch them in stadiums, they will watch them online, they will be able to see this in television in some cases?
All of the above, in huge numbers.
So this is a brand new franchise that you've just purchased. The DC franchise doesn't even have a name yet, but what drew you into this?
Well, I really believe in the power of sports to bring people together, to unite communities, to inspire kids. And if you're looking at kids of the next generation, this is what they're doing. They're doing this in huge numbers. It's growing so fast. And our community in Washington is really into gaming. Close to 1 million people are playing Overwatch in the capital region. And so this is a global league, and I thought it was really important for our community to be represented, and I wanted to bring the team to Washington.
Overwatch is the league that Activision owns. Bobby Kotick has been the one who has been just proselytizing about all of this and where it's heading and really driving things. But part of the interesting part about this is it really is based in cities just like the NFL or like the NBA or other things, and that adds a unique character to it. What's that mean?
And that was traditionally esports is a tournament format, and Bobby said this will be better and bigger if we do it in a traditional sports league format of cities and home and away. The last season was the first season, and it was played in one place. Next season will be 2, and in 2020 it'll be home and away amongst cities around the globe. That's the other amazing thing about this. There's 5 teams in Asia, 2 in Europe, London, Paris, and 13 teams in North America, and we will play each other. We will go to Guangzhou, we will go to Seoul, Paris will come to Washington, which I think makes it incredibly exciting.
How many people?
What's Overwatch? I mean, what's the next? Oh, it's the
It's the game.
It's the game. But what's the next game? Or will it always be this game?
Well, I mean, that is one of the questions.
And then you got to get good. If you're a professional Overwatch player, what happens if you aren't a professional?
You can't transition to necessarily the next game.
How can you have a team? I mean, football doesn't change year in and year out.
Well, there are a number of games right now that have really vibrant esports ecosystems. Overwatch isn't the only one, but they're all thriving. The numbers are unbelievable. We launched this team on Friday, and the engagement amongst fans globally with our team over the weekend has been nothing like I've ever seen. Our social media tweets are comparable to the U.S. Open media tweets after 3 days as a franchise.
How much did you pay for this franchise, and how do you make money?
So we're not talking about the price of the teams, but one of the other interesting things, if you look at the audience already, Overwatch has about 30 million viewers. That's half of the NHL at 65 million, and baseball has 114 million, but the monetization of it is about 1 and 1.5%. So the idea here and across esports.
How do you make money?
Well, you sell tickets, you sell sponsorships, you sell media rights. The league itself has a $90 million streaming deal over 2 years.
The big money for other sports that we watch, professional sports, comes from television contracts. Are you going to have television contracts that pay you for this stuff?
Well, so there's a $90 million
That's
streaming
where it's coming
deal.
From,
That's already, and there's an ESPN deal. That was Twitch,
okay,
which is owned by Amazon, which is esports. So they're paying $45 million a year for Overwatch. Yeah, it's a trend. Look, it's for people of a certain generation. It's hard to understand this, but if you think about it, who would have guessed? Who would have guessed it? But I mean, who would have guessed that people want to watch people play poker or bowling and I'm a golf fan, but even watch people play golf. Like, so this is the next generation. When there's such a huge community of people playing this as amateurs, they want to see the best in the world.